morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I want to start off with just taking a deep breath just on the back of that song and just enjoy. Let's take one more. This is the breath of God. Hold it. Okay. Didn't that feel good? Yes. Everybody look to your neighbor and say, I'm here to be independent. And I know you're here to be independent. Because you were born independent. And you came here independent. So nobody needs to tell you who you are. Because you already know who you are. Let's do this. Let's get up and be independent. I'll just start off because it is the 4th of July. I have a large blog. If anybody wants to go to read it, it has over 1,000 articles on it. And this is an article off of my blog. I do something special on Independence Day all the time, but I had put a little piece on there, and I didn't memorize it, so I got to read it too. And I did right. Okay. So you can go to my blog and you can read the full thing. It's a long article. But I know a lot of people are not aware that the actual Declaration of Independence was signed on July the 2nd. Did you guys know that? No. Okay. Well, the Declaration of Independence was signed on July the 2nd, and I'm just going to read it directly from the blog so that I don't misquote it, because you guys that know me know I get real excited, and then I go to another place. So, during the American Revolution, the legal separation of the 13 colonies from Great Britain occurred on July 2nd, 1776, when the Second Continental Congress voted to approve a resolution of independence in a closed session. The Congress voted for independence and approved the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776, declaring independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain. The day before the Declaration of Independence was adopted, John Adams wrote his wife Abigail the following note. The second day of July 1776 will be the most memorable epoch in the history of America. I am apt to believe that it will be celebrated by succeeding generations as the great anniversary festival. It ought to be commemorated as the day of deliverance by solemn acts of devotion to God Almighty. It ought to be solemnized with pomp and parade, with shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other, from this time forward, forevermore. Now, a lot of people don't know that that's the reason why we do all of the fireworks and all of those other things. It really has to do with the devotion to God, not the devotion to our country and its independence, based on what John Adams was saying. So that's like a really interesting thought, because we never think about July 4th being spiritual, do we?
No.
It's all about the party. So, but anyways, I wanted to start off with that to share with you guys that freedom is really about stepping into being independent. And you have to be an independent thinker, or you will wind up being in the illusion of what God says that you should be. Let's take that back. Being in the illusion of what the world says you should be, instead of being in the reality of what God says you should be. Got a little ahead of myself. The world says that you're supposed to act a certain way, that you're supposed to wear certain clothes, that you're supposed to do certain things based on gender, okay? So we have all these rules and regulations on how we're supposed to be, even religious ones, right? Okay? God doesn't care about any of that. God could not care less about any of that. You are here having an independent experience in humanness, so that you can come into the full awareness of your beingness, okay? When you come here, and I know some of you were here when I taught about the baby, okay, and the joy. Some of you were here when I talked about the sperm, and how you were created. Some of you remember those two messages. We're going to kind of remember that, and I'm going to take you back to independence, okay? All of that was an independent act that got you into where you are right now. You independently came into this experience, okay? You were the sperm that fertilized the egg independently, okay? You independently grew from the fetus into the baby. You had a little help from your mother, but you had to work to get out there, okay? You came into this world and you had to independently grow. Nobody came to you and said, can you grow now? I need you to grow. You're a 1-year-old. I need you to grow. Can you be 20 today? You know, no, that doesn't happen. We have to independently move through the whole evolutionary process. You are here to evolve into the fullness of who you are. The fullness of who you are. The world will have you sucked into the illusion that you have to be accepted. That you have to have a certain financial status, that you have to have a certain relationship, that you have to have certain friends, that you have to go to a certain church, okay? All of these rules and regulations that put you into the illusion of the world. God is only doing God. God is out creating, and God created you to be a co-creator with Him. What are you creating in your experience? Are you independently creating something magnificent that God gets to live through as you? Because God is living through you. God is coming through you, manifesting into the fullness of life all that there is. Or are you over here living in the illusion of the world which says, oh, you don't have the right friends. Oh, you don't have the right clothes. Oh, you're not wearing the right this. You don't drive the right car. You're not making enough money. All of those are the illusions of the world. You know God doesn't care about money? If you put your consciousness in alignment with God and understand that money is God in action, you will have more money. When you invest into the circulation process of the universe, because everything is a circulation. You got to breathe in, you got to breathe out. That's the circulation. If you breathe in and don't breathe out. Reverend Michael said this last week, the body is no more. Okay? If you breathe out and don't breathe in, the body is no more. That was Reverend Michael's message last week. You have to have a full circulation process. If there is no full circulation process, then you become stagnant. Okay? Being independent is stepping into the full circulation of all life. All of it. All of it. Relationships, your money, your health. You got to invest in all of those things in order for you to be in the full circulationary process. Because God doesn't care about any of that. He put you into an independent body. My body is producing new cells every day. Was that have anything to do with Patricia's cells in her body? That was a question?
No.
Oh, okay. Make sure you guys are clear. My brain is thinking independent thoughts. Does that have anything to do with Leanne's thoughts?
No.
We're independent. We are free from the illusion of the world. We do not have to buy into the illusion of the world. Reverend Michael talks about spiritual liberation in his book, and I wrote this quote for you. Another time I need to memorize stuff, but y'all know me. I'm real country, so let's just go there. Reverend Michael says, spiritual liberation is being freed from the narrow confines of fear, doubt, worry, and lack, and living instead from a conscious awareness of one's authentic self, one's true nature of wholeness. It is the result of discovering and expressing enlightened consciousness. To live into a full process of being in a full spiritual liberation of knowing that God is all that there is, that you were born perfect, whole, and complete. There is nothing missing, nothing ever was. What's wrong is an illusionary thought that you have bought into and made your belief system. Oh, you know, my feet are pigeon-toed. Well, God made you pigeon-toed for a reason. Okay? Maybe it's amusing. Maybe it gives people great joy. Why don't you buy into that? Okay, so I walk pigeon-toed, everybody laughs when I walk. How can I make something fun out of that? How can I just buy into the fact that that's the independence of me? That's something different about me that makes people happy. It doesn't mean that I'm broken because I'm pigeon-toed. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me because I'm pigeon-toed. So you're independently pigeon-toed. Do you think God has a problem with you being pigeon-toed?
No.
No. God made you that way. When we get to a point where we buy into the fact that we're here to live in the fullness of life, and I have an acronym on life. L stands for living, I is in, F is full, and E is expectancy. When you get into the full expectancy of all life, then you step into the independence of who you are, and you can begin to strut your stuff, whether you're pigeon-toed, slew-footed, or otherwise. Okay? So it doesn't matter. You have to get into that place where you love who you are, because guess what? God does.
Mm-hmm.
You are the temple that God lives in. You are the way that God has an opportunity to manifest all that God is. God can't manifest anything in the material world without you. You are the vehicle. You are the vehicle that gets an opportunity to come up with the creative thoughts that brings about all of the wonderful things that you want in your experience. But if you are buying into the illusionary process of the world, what is your experience? Do you know that the world wants you to be oppressed? The world wants you to be downtrodden. Why aren't there millions of people in here listening to this message? Because church, they just don't talk about that Jesus over there. I don't want to hear. There is a process of being free that is birthing right now in this time. Yes. And that's the reason why we have so much change going on and so many horrible things going on the planet. There is an evolutionary process that is happening right now. The planet is cleansing itself. The energy is cleansing itself. You guys got to feel this energy. Yes, don't buy into what the media is saying. Oh, there's terror and there's this and there's that and there's whatever. The planet is cleansing itself. The more terror happens, guess what happens on this side? The bigger the love.
Yes.
The bigger the community. The bigger we come together. The bigger we understand that we are one.
Yes.
The more we use our mind and we step out and we say, I have the courage, I'm not afraid anymore. I don't want to have any fear anymore because I know God lives in me and I can make a change. I can make a difference and I'm here to do that.
Yes.
That's what's happening. Don't buy into the illusion of the world. You're not part of the world. You're part of God. You live in the world. You live here. But you are part of God. You are the vehicle that manifests all of the good. You are the vehicle that brings forth all that there is. Somebody's idea created this building. Somebody drew the plans up. Somebody had a vision for this church. Jessica and her mom said, you know what? I think we're going to put a church. Neither one of them are ministers. When they came to me, we want a church. I said, you guys are pastors.
Yeah.
Pastors mean you have a following. It doesn't mean you went to school and got an ordination. It means you have a following. I'm the pastor. I'm the person who is responsible for these people. I pay the bills. I make sure that we have all of the organizational things that are going on. They're pastors of this flock. But it came from a vision. It came from stepping out into the independence and saying, you know what? I have the courage to do this even though I don't have an ordination. And you guys showed up. You're here. You're here. I showed up.
Yes.
She said, can you come speak? I was like, I guess so. You have a church? We're sitting in a class at Agape. And Jessica said, yeah, I have a church. I was like, that's cool. Okay, let's do this. I have a church. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been to school for years. I don't have a church. She had a church. She didn't even have an ordination. I went to school. I have a church. She has it all. Like, oh my God. But now my calling to have a church. If I had a church, I could be here.
All right. There you go.
See? Everything is independently in divine right
Yes.
Nothing missing, nothing ever was. You were born perfect, you were born whole, you were born complete. You're here to live in the full expectancy of all good because this is what God wants for you.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you guys see Reverend Michael dancing all over the stage and jumping up and down, and he wants you to get it. He wants you to get it.
Yes.
He wants you to understand it. He does this. You see him doing this. He wants you to get it. Pull it out. Pull it out. 'Cause you can't make people get it. You can't make you get it. You were born independent. Who taught you how to take that first step? Who told you, oh, you know what? I can walk now. I'm wobbly, but I think I'm going to try to run. Who did that? Remember riding a bicycle the first time? How scary that was? Who had to do it? Even though somebody was holding the back for you. Who had to do it when the training wheels came on?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's not, oh, I'm doing this. That's life. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Oh, come on, God, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. You are here to be independent. Nobody can walk for you. Nobody can sit for you. Oh, I had to read this. I read this to my mom on the way here. This is in Reverend Michael's book, The Answer Is You. My mom told a joke. I would tell it to. It's been said for me to share. Let me see if I can find it right quick. But Reverend Michael said, he's talking about kissing.
Oh.
I had it highlighted. Hold up, just one second. I can read it right from here. Reverend Michael says, it's impossible to kiss in the past or future. You kiss only in the present, which leads to the now. My mother said, you know, you can only piss in the now. So that's for those of you that have never kissed before, okay? So just so you can get it, we all have done that. We all have gone piss. So just to take a little, that would be amusing. I had to share that with you because, is that funny? But that's really true. Is that an independent process? You go somewhere and you're like, oh my God, I wish you could go in the bathroom for me because I'm really busy doing something right now, but I really got to go to the bathroom because you could really please go to the bathroom for me. Okay, you can. I got to go to the bathroom. That's an independent process. Everything about you is independent. You are here to celebrate the glory of God, which is you. I want to say a statement right now when I say, I am, say your name, and say, okay, so you're going to say, I am Diva. I am, and I am here to celebrate me. 4th of July, you guys, you're here to celebrate your independence. We're going to say it again. I am, say your name, Diva. I am, say your name, Diva. Okay? I am here to celebrate me. Put your hands on your heart. I'm going to do it one more time. Okay? You got it now? You're going to say I am. You say your name. Say I am Diva. Okay? Here we go. I am Diva. I am here to celebrate me. Didn't that feel good?
Yeah.
Now let me tell you another secret. How much time haven't you know I get carried away? I'm going to tell you guys another secret. Do you guys really want to hug God?
Yes.
Would you really love that experience?
Yes.
If you want to really hug God, can you show me your hand? Would you really want to feel what God feels like? I want you to do this. And I want you to hug really tight. And I want you to take a deep breath. You are now hugging God. Can you feel it? Do you feel that God is hugging you back? That's the best part. It's your arms, but don't they feel like God? God is hugging you. God is loving you. God is expressing through you. We can release it if you like. God is living life as you. You are here as a divine creation of the Creator to live in the all good. You are not here to listen to the illusions of the world and to be based in a fear consciousness. The power of God lives in you right now. The power of God is living as you right now. The power of God is living through you right now. The power of God is perfecting all that has to do with you right now. In your body, in your mind, in your finances, in your relationships, in your careers. Oh, but God is loving you right now. Feel God loving you. Infinite power, we just thank you right now for the opportunity to allow God to live through each and every person who is here. We just thank you right now that each person here is having an independent opportunity to express themselves as the God present. We just thank you right now, Infinite Power. We thank you for the healing that is necessary, that removes all depression, pain, anxiety, financial lack and limitation. Thinking that we're not enough in one place or another, feeling that we're not loved, we know that those are all illusions of the world. Because there is no spot where God is not. And I know that right now, in this moment, that each and every person here has the power of God to change the world. And it begins with their own inner world. We thank you right now in this moment. We thank you, God. We thank you for the healing presence. We thank you for the all good. We thank you. Thank you. We thank you. And so it is. I had a whole lot more to share, but God took the word with me. Rennie, come on. Let's give up some music. And we want to share offering now, so we have your offering ready. Now remember what I was telling you guys about circulation? You have to give out of your need, okay? Let me just give you a little share of something. A lot of people are in bondage about tithing, okay? But Spirit is telling me to share this with you guys so that you guys can know. So I'm just going to take this time to share this. What you give is not just giving to this church. What you give is giving to yourself. Okay? Because what you're doing is you are proving God. In the Holy Text it says, prove me this day that I will not pour out a blessing that you would not have room enough to receive it. You are proving God when you sow seed. Okay? The word tithe means taxation. This is not a tax. This is a love offering. Mm-hmm. Okay? Yes. You're not tithing. Throw that word away. We're saved from that word, okay? You pay taxes when you pay your taxes on whatever income it is that you're making. What you share here is a love offering. It is a gift that you are giving from yourself. And when you fully give from yourself, God will bring the windows of heaven and open them and rain out a blessing for you that you would not have room enough to receive it. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Give out of your need. If you need more money, you give. Because God says, I can trust you. Yes. I can give you more. Yes. Because you know how to share. Yes. I can give you more of what you need. I will bring it to you. Yes, the money helps this church. Yes, the money pays the bills. Detach from that and see God. Yeah. Use this as your opportunity to prove God. It says it in the Holy Text. And God will pour that blessing out for you. You will not believe it. You will not believe it. I gave somebody $50 for giving me a referral the other day, and the next morning I got $150. I was like, I love this thing. This is great. Ooh, let me prove you some more, God. Who else can I give to? Okay, speaking of that, I have my offering. Okay. Yeah, it's on the floor. Okay, so I want you guys to see it. Here's my offering. Okay? Let's give and let's receive.
Let's give and
okay?
let's receive.
Ushers, go forth and come.